Yo, happy early Easter, everybody. We are getting ready at least to play one game. If you missed the live earlier, it was a funny blast of a night. Had a good 10 people in there. I appreciate everybody. Like I said tonight, me, Tiff, the whole team enjoys you. Everybody coming in, hanging out with us. Maybe give you guys some laughs. You know, um, but I just want to say, here we go. Let's get ready to play some. Let's get ready to play some Madden. Not Madden, but some baseball, or what I'm saying. Getting sleepy. All right, let's share. But I think we got the time worked out for everybody. I think we've got a perfect time that we're gonna do it. And stuff. So here we go. There we go. I just hope everybody has a good Easter. We're going to play head to head. I am not going to go live on TikTok tonight. So we're just going to stick with this for right now and everything. So all right. All right. Need to get this out of the way.
Hey, everybody. It's Robert Flores. Welcome to the show.
All right. We got a live roster update. Let's go to retro. But I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter 3-day weekend, 4-day weekend. For some people, it's like a whole week. I remember when I was younger and in school, I used to have like a 5-day week and things like that. I remember I forgot we're April. All right. Here we go. Like I said, it's only going to be one game tonight.
The friendly confines, Wrigley Field. A great night for baseball ahead on the show.
It's the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago Cubs. About to get started here. Michael Busch getting ready to hit.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center, and it's into the gap.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right now.
We're not playing Cubs versus Cubs. I ain't doing it. Try it again. I just hate going head to head with people like that. Try this again. Yeah, I ain't doing it. All right, I'm going to play against somebody else. I ain't doing Cubs versus Cubs either. Ridiculous. All right. Let's do Atlanta. Let's try that. I am going to scream if that's funny. We're playing what's the actual game right now.
All right, ready to get underway. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And with that, we're underway in Atlanta. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swings and misses, struck him out. Ketel Marte up to the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. That pitch in for a strike. Now 1-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Two down, base is empty. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that extends the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Gabriel Moreno in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He will score, and it's 1-0.
Back-to-back base hits. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Base hit center field. Moreno around third. Runner from second crosses the plate.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Now a pop-up on the infield. And that is that. Back at Truist Park and getting the start for Arizona, Brandon Pfaadt. What do we need to know here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Right? Foul ball.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. That one missed. Lifted in the air, out to left. Lawler under it. Then there's one down. Here's Matt Olson.
Batting second, first baseman, Matt Olson.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Warning track, ball, and you can touch them all, baseball man. He flexes his power with that swing. One down, and now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Swings through that.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And that's got extra bases written all over it. Now the Braves have the tying run in scoring position.
Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Next to hit, Drake Baldwin. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Started after it.
Swing.
Appeal to third. Nope, he held back. Man at first, one away. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Oh, ball.
He's bagging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
Acuna, the base runner at first with one out. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. Over to Perdomo. That's one. Double play. What a quick killing to end the inning. Long ball draws the Braves closer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Back in Atlanta Truist Park. Second inning set to go. Peyton Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Ground ball right side. Albies. One out in the second. Alec Thomas now.
Center fielder Alec Thomas.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Outside.
And that one off the outside edge. Hit on the ground to the right side. It's through for a hit. And a man aboard.
Batting ninth.
Now the left fielder, Jordan Lawler. Base hit center field. Lead runner around second. Thomas around third. He'll score, and they lead by 2. Safely into third. It's an RBI triple.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Pretty good spot. Hard and inside, but that's a perfect.
In the air to left center, Yastrzemski makes his way towards it, diving, makes the grab. What a play! He scores on the sac fly, and they take a 3-run lead.
Second baseman Ketel Marte.
An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Fastball right back to the mound. Fires over to first. They get the out on Marte. Back here in Atlanta, now in for the Braves, Mike Yastrzemski. Swings through that one for strike one. To the right side, and that chance handled. Here's the tag, and he's out. Now it's Dominic Smith. Time called.
Oh, wait.
And first offering is fouled off. Right side. Santana steps on the bag. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. 2 out, space is empty. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
That's right.
Jackknifes out of the way. Two now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That is the inning.
Back at Truist
Leading
Park,
off for
top
the
half of the
Diamondbacks,
third inning,
right
Corbin
fielder,
Carroll
Corbin
stands in
Carroll.
now for the Diamondbacks. Lopez back to work. Just
Outside.
missed.
No, I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
That's a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. And that one hammered. Out of here! He hammers one out to right. And they add to the lead. It's 5-1. Now it's going to be Gabriel Moreno. A double and a run scored his first time up.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Line drive, base hit right field. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Up next for the Diamondbacks.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Here's Nolan Arenado.
Ball.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and it looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Gets him to chase after that one.
This is one of those situations where the pitcher may not really want to deal with the guy in the box, and you got to be aware of that. Take your walk. I couldn't do it, but I think he can.
Tosses to first and one away in the top of the third. So now with one away and a man at second. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And makes the grab. Runner tags at second. He gets there safe at third as he moves up with two gone.
Up next for
And now the DH, Peyton Smith. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Off the plate, and that's ball one.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Tied him up inside with that one.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
This one smoked on its way out of here. A 2-run blast. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 7-1. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Tyler Kinley.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 down, nobody on. Now he breaks his bat. Throw on to Olsen. That's the third out. Inning over. The 2-round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 7-1. Back here in Atlanta as we go to the last of the third.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Grabs it right up against the wall. Here's Mauricio Dubon. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Foul ball. Foul ball.
0-1 down. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's back. And he brings it into the warning track. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. So here's Riley now. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. That is the inning. Back in Atlanta Truist Park as we go to the top of the fourth. Jordan Lawler stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one fouled off.
You know, these D-backs really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. Everything is clicking in when you're...
And it gets by him. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
On the ground right side, Olsen takes it himself. One pitch and one out. Here's Ketel Marte. Lifted in the air right center field. Acuna gets under it. And there's two away. He's in to score on the sac fly. It's 8-1. So no one on after the sac fly. This is Corbin Carroll. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Harris on his way over. And that is that. Back here in Atlanta. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Matt Olson. Swing and a ground ball. Marte to first. One pitch and one out. Here's Acuna now. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. The D-backs up big in this one. We're here at the bottom of the fourth. And that's ripped into left. Base hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Drake Baldwin. He's 0 for 1. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. And it one-hops the wall. Relay to second, but he's in there easily.
Everything came together for him. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Big, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
On the ground to first, Santana. And he's out on the tag. Dom Smith stands in. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. This one in the air center field. Thomas. And that is that. Back at Truist Park, we go to the top of the fifth. Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks. To the right side, and it's through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Well, these Diamondbacks, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all. I'm not saying they do, but with the way they're squaring up the ball right now, it's almost like they know what's coming. They seem very confident at the plate.
Santana now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Right through there for a strike. And a swing and a miss. 2 gone now. So next is the designated hitter for the D-backs, Pavin Smith. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. Bottom of the inning, now in for the Braves, Ozzie Albies. 0 for 1, he struck out swinging last time. Now that's smack to right center.
Get down.
Whips on it, and it falls in. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Sir.
So up next, Michael Harris II. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
Ah, crap.
Santana moving under it. And there's one away. Next to hit, Mauricio Dubon. Fly to right his first time. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That's a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
Up next for the parade.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Austin Riley. And a big swing and a miss. This one in the air right field. Carroll hustling after it. Pulls it down, and there are two away. Here's Matt Olson down. He's already homered here in this one. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Ozzie flying around third. The relay throw in there safely.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Throws to first in time, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. All set for the top of the sixth. Alec Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And the 0-1. Kinley, in his 8th season, 35 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. Swings and sends a rocket to right. One away. And now, Jordan Lawler.
Left fielder, Jordan Lawler.
Hit in the air, left field. Yastrzemski coming on, and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Now it's the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now Atlanta's cleanup hitter. A new arm into the game, the righty, Ryan Thompson.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Foul ball. And the 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the parade.
Mike Yastrzemski up here. He swings and fouls one off. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Foul ball.
The 0-2. And he grounds one to the right side. Marte throws to first in time. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. So here's the Braves' designated hitter, Dominic Smith. And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Line drive, and there's a hit. So Ozzie Albies now gets a chance with 2 gone.
Really nice job with two-strike hitting in that at bat. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Smith leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that one pulled foul.
Foul ball.
The 0-2. Got him swinging.
Screwed up.
Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels. And I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player has maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewalling, it's awesome.
Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time, and that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all, and everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
Base hit, and that's going to get into the corner. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Waste no time there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Up the middle, base hit into center field. Can't glove it cleanly. Moreno scores. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And here is Carlos Santana. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Arenado around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's an 8-run lead. So 2 down. Payton Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for...
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they boost their lead. It's 12-2. So digging in, Alec Thomas. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ball popped up. Riley under it. And that's the 3rd out. Back here in Atlanta. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Michael Harris the second. Swing and a miss at a slider. Tap foul at the plate. Got him looking. That K is his 3rd of the game.
The shortstop.
And next for Atlanta, Mauricio Dubon, 1 for 2. And a foul ball.
Foul ball.
Here's the 0-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Here comes Austin Riley. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. And it's fouled away. Fouled off left side. And that one is lifted in the air, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And your final.
I'll be right. All right, I'll be right back, everybody, and then get ready to play another game. I have to win a game before I go to bed. We're going to try this.
Live from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago Cubs. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Everybody know that I'm a pro.
All right, first pitch coming up. Here's Alex Bregman. Foul. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now the number 2.
I figured he was going to do that. been able to play the Cubs all night. All right, we're going to try one more.
Hello from San Francisco, California. We're live at Oracle Park. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the San Francisco Giants. All right, just about ready for baseball. Taylor Ward digs in now.
Number 3, Taylor Ward.
Big time jam right there. I hated it as a hitter, but standing at center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
That one missing inside. Time call. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. That one almost got him. This one in the air, center field. Bader should have this one. And there's one away. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit.
Gunnar Henderson.
1-2 now. The shortstop takes the ball. That one not close. 3-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. Takes it in for the out. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. 2 down, nobody on. Fastball right back to the mound. Throws to first, and that takes care of Alonso. Back here at Oracle Park. And getting the start for Baltimore, Shane Baz. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Matt Chapman. Swing and a miss. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. We move ahead to the top of the second now. And into the box for Baltimore, Adley Rutschman. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Bader under it. He makes the grab. And there's one away. Here's Tyler O'Neill. 1-1 now. Line and caught at third by Chapman. The Gold Glover makes the play. 2 down, base is empty. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Everything came together for him. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise, he put a great swing on.
Runner takes off. The 1-1 is fouled off. Runner goes again. And down on strikes. And that is that. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Bryce Eldridge. So now 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Center fielder, Harrison.
So here's Bader now. Bunting, and it's right in front of the plate. Toss to Alonso. No hit here on the bunt attempt. They get the out. And up next for San Francisco, Jung-Hoo Lee. 2 down, nobody on. Alonso. The tag, and he's out. Inning over. Back here in San Francisco. And into the box for Baltimore, Blaze Alexander. Here's a 1-1. Now a drag bunt, third base side. In time to Devers. Bunt attempt doesn't work. They get the out. So next to hit for Baltimore, Kobe Mayo. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. That gets by him. Not stopping. He's going for 3. He's not stopping. On his way home. Hung up in a rundown now between third and home. And he's got himself a triple.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Line drive, base hit. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. Around second now, going for 3. And he's got an RBI triple.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, but a bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. Just beat him to the spot.
Kept him on the ground to the left. Throws the first in time. Run scores, and that makes it 2-0 as they get the out. Here's Pete Alonso. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. And he's there at third with a triple. Safe. He comes all the way around for an inside the park home run. So 2 down. Here's Adley Rutschman. That's hard hit on the line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first and hustling for second. He's there. It's a 2-out double. And next for the Orioles, Tyler O'Neill. But Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. As we go to the last of the third, and digging in for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos. That's towards center. Cowser has a beat on it. One up, one down. Willie Adames stands in.
The shortstop, Willie Adames.
And that one hops the wall. He's in at second with a one-out double.
Batting ninth, catcher.
One out, runner at
Bailey.
second. Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. And at second, just missed.
Outside.
And that is out of play.
Outplay.
Now all even up. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Luis Ariz stands in. 2 on, 1 out. Slow roll into first. And he's safe as the run scores from third. Rafael Devers up to hit.
First baseman, Rafael Devers.
And it's through for a hit. Run comes in from second. Runner around third. Here's the tag, and he's out. He scores to tie it up. And here is Matt Chapman. In the air, right field. O'Neill on the move. And that will end the inning. Back here at Oracle Park, onto the fourth.
Really important time for a shutdown inning. The last thing they want to do is give up the runs they just scored. Man, that'll steal the momentum. They're hoping to make quick work of this half inning.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And a ball and 2 strikes. That's inside. Swing and a ball lifted left field. 1 away. Samuel Basallo, the next to hit for the Orioles. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. In the air to left center. Bader gets under it. 2 down. Now it's the second baseman, Blaze Alexander.
Second baseman, Blaze Alexander.
The 1-1. Line drive and a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. Looking to extend the play now. Caught in a rundown now, and they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. Bottom of the 4th, now the Giants' 4-hitter, Bryce Eldridge.
Designated hitter, Bryce Eldridge.
Swings and misses, it's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. And now Bader up to the plate. Time called. And in one hops the wall. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run. Now it's the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee, the 2-1. And that one fouled off.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's Elliot Ramos. Now before the 1-1, time is called. Man on second, 2 down. Yeah, big swing and a miss. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. All set for the start of the inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Kobe Mayo. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a foul straight back.
Foul ball.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Ramos makes the grab, 1 down. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Taylor Ward getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2. He's got it. Out number 2. And the batter will be the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. 2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Can't connect on the curve. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And digging in for San Francisco. Willie Adames coming on for the Orioles. Dietrich Ends.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Full count pitch will have to wait. Time called to the plate. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Takes it in for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Time called. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. Got him swinging for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Back to the leadoff spot of the Giants lineup. Luis Arias now at the plate. Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2. Got him. That ends the inning. Back here in San Francisco. And into the box for Baltimore, Pete Alonso. Gets him to chase after that one. There's a swing and a drive. Banks off the wall. Safe at second with nobody out, and that double has the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Adley Rutschman. Swing and a miss, and he is fooled. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swings through that one for strike 2.
A 1-2 count, all he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Go ahead, run on base. Colton Cowser digs in now. And it's second. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Alonso is waved home. He will score, and they take the lead. Now around second, going for third. The throw to third, and he's out, trying for 3. They limit the damage here. Back here at Oracle Park, and digging in for San Francisco, Rafael Devers. Alexander tosses to first. What a pick to save the play and get the first out. Matt Chapman up to the plate now. Strike two. Got him swinging.
Up next for the Giants. Designated
Bryce
hitter.
Eldridge, the next Giant to hit. Time asked for at the plate prior to the 2-1 pitch. 2 down, nobody on. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well.
Swing and a miss, and he is down out. Top of inning number 7. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Samuel Vasallo. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. And he's into second with nobody out.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Runner at scoring position, no outs. Blaze Alexander, the next to hit. Chapman over to first in time. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
Up next for the
So
Orioles.
now with one away and a man at second. Now the third baseman, Kobe Mayo. Out to short, Adames. Fires to first in time. He's in there. Back to the top of the order. Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward. Nice grab. To first. Nicely done for the out. Back here in San Francisco. And digging in for San Francisco, Harrison Bader. Looking to get the tying run on base. And a count 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. And here is Jung-Hoo Lee. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Rutschman on to first. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout. Elliot Ramos, the next Giant to hit.
Left fielder, Elliot.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Ferrar Encarnacion looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. And a base hit. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
Up next for the Giants.
Willie Adames, the next Giant to hit. The 1-1. In the air out to center. And that is the inning. Back here at Oracle Park, we're at the top of the 8th. So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, Keaton Wynn.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
That one to first, Devers. He steps on the bag. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso. Swings through that one.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it. But he's commanded his fastball out of that same tunnel. That splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 gone. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Adley Rutschman. Swing and a ground ball. Arise on the first. Rutschman retires. On to the bottom of the eighth. Now it's the Giants' cap. Rico Garcia into the game.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Late on that fastball.
Line it out. Oh, great stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Now it's the Giants' leadoff hitter, Luis Arias.
Ball.
That one ran inside, almost got him. Ow. 2 away now after the drop third strike. And it's Rafael Devers in the box. The Orioles trying to hold a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Late with the swing there.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Next one misses. Ball 2. And now he'll ask for time and step out of the box. That one misses. Ball 3. And ball 4 there. Tying run is on base. Now it's Matt Chapman. The 1-1. Devers leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that misses off the outside edge.
That's a really good take.
Caught him looking for the K. All set to start the 9th in this one. And into the box for Baltimore, Tyler O'Neill. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. 1-run game here at the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
To the right side, Devers. He'll do it himself. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead. So next to hit for Baltimore, Samuel Basallo. Swings and misses and one down below the zone.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Bottom 9. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Bryce Eldridge. 1-run game, bottom 9. Got him looking for the strikeout. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. Here's the center fielder, Harrison. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Ryan Helsley.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Swings through that high fastball.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
That's out number 2. So they're down to their final out. And now the right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. Two down, nobody on.
That ball's foul.
So now pinch hitter for the Giants, Casey Schmidt.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
This could end it. There's a line drive to left field. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stat. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
And a count 1-2.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
That's a base hit. Coming home. He comes across to score. The Giants tie it up. You're out. Tag out. And they cut down the winning run at second. That's the third out, and we're headed to extras. Back here in San Francisco, on to extra innings. Blaze Alexander now at the plate, tied at 4. Bunch attempt, but that goes foul.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. So next to hit for Baltimore, Kobe Mayo. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Up the middle. In plenty of time to first. That was a productive play as the go-ahead run moves up to third. Go-ahead run on base. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Orioles. Outside low, and the count 2-1. Swings through that one out in front that time. Swing and a miss, splitter in the dirt. That completes the strikeout inning over. Man at second. And the count 1-2. That one missed. Base hit. And a good start to the inning. Tag out. And they cut down the winning run at third.
Up next for the Giants. That's
Now it's going to be Patrick Bailey. And it's into the gap. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he beats it. He's safe. So up next, Luis Arias. Winning run at third, 2 down. And here in extra innings. On the ground. Alexander. And we're headed to the 11th. Back here at Oracle Park, we're in extras here. Gunnar Henderson digs in now. Brother edges away at second. And a big swing and a miss. Base hit into the outfield. And it gets by him. The run comes in to score from second, and they've got the lead in extra innings. Passes third, he wants it all. Stuck in a rundown, trying for home now. And he's in at third with an RBI triple.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield. So.
Hard hit left side. And a run scores from third thanks to the infield single. Now at the plate, Adley Rutschman. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Now the tag at third, and they got it. Here's a 1-2. This one smoked on its way out of here. He'll touch them all. Tyler O'Neill will hit next. Swing and a miss. Going to count 1-2. Trying to bunt his way on. And that bunt goes foul. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Colton Cowser. Hit hard on the ground is short. Tosses to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Gets the ball now. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's a 1-2. Line drive, base hit right center field. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Didn't get cheated on that swing and squared it up perfectly. Came off the bat at 111, and when that's the case, the odds are very much in your favor as a hitter.
First and second, no outs. Bryce Eldridge, the next Giants hit, way out front for strike 2. Hard ground ball for a base stop. Devers headed home. Here comes the throw. Save. He scores, and it's a 1-run game.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Timing on his swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Throws to first in time, and that is a big first out. Runners at second and third and 1 out. Casey Schmidt, the next Giant to hit. That missed by a lot. Ball 2.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter. Not as
hit softly on the ground to third. He is safe. Here's the left fielder.
All eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swings and misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Willie Adames to the plate now at a high leverage spot. 2 on, 2 outs. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Henderson flashes the leather on the run and catch. On to the 12th. Now here's the Orioles DH. Samuel Basallo. Man at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Down on strikes, and there's one away here in the 12th. Blaze Alexander, the next to hit for the Orioles. And that's a base hit around third. He scores and they have the lead. 1 out, runner at second. Kobe Mayo, the next to hit. On a line. Bader takes it in for the out. And there's 2 away. And he moves up to third, now 2 away. So back to the top of the order. Here's the left fielder, Taylor Ward. Line drive, that's a base hit. In comes some insurance as the runner scores from third. It's an RBI single, and it's a 2-run lead in extra innings. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone. So runner at second, 2 down. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. And on second, 2 down. Got him swinging. Number 76 gets the call from the pen.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So,
Line, and that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home.
well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
So the tying run at second. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now it's Devers at the plate. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Stays alive. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here at a crucial spot. Got him swinging for the K. Now only 1 out remaining. And here is Matt Chapman. One strike away. Base hit into center field. Runner around third on his way to the plate. The relay throw. And he's safe. Tie ball game.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Alonso. And he's out on the tag. And here comes inning number 13. Back here in San Francisco, on to extra innings. Pete Alonso getting ready to hit. Man at second. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. 1 up, 1 down. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. Ball to strike. Runner takes off for third. Swing and a miss.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. And it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout. And the wild pitch will play to run. Now it's the right fielder, Tyler O'Neill. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Got it. Number 3. Number 48 takes over on the mound.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
One away. Hung up in a rundown now between third and home. So it's their last chance in this one. Casey Schmidt, the next Giant to hit. Here at the bottom of the third team, 2 outs. Out front, rip foul. This could end it. This one in the air, center field. Kowser settles under it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles slug their way to a win in this one.
Like this. Took that game to extra innings. Oh my God. Bringing in some of those extra peoples. Wow. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody. That last game was amazing. So we are going to call it quits. So everybody have a good night. I can't believe that worked. That's the oldest trick in the book of that game. You bring in some random on the bench, and there you go. You switch out players like that. Oh my goodness. It's unreal. So, all right, guys. I will see ya. Adios. Happy Easter if I don't see you guys. Too sweet. Talk to y'all later.